We are Siouxland proud. This is KCAU 9 News at 6.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Jason Toktagian. After 5 days and 15 ballots, there's now a new Speaker of the House, and it's in our top story at 6. Republicans elected California's Kevin McCarthy as the Speaker of the House early this morning. After the 14th unsuccessful ballot, tensions boiled over. Alabama's Mike Rogers having to be pulled away from Florida's Matt Gaetz and other members who did not vote for McCarthy to win the Republican favor. Now, McCarthy struck a tentative deal that includes broad changes on spending, greater conservative representation on House panels, and a provision that allows any one member to call for a motion to remove the Speaker. The Iowa Democratic Party is renewing its pitch to restore its first-in-the-nation role in the 2024 presidential election cycle. That's after Georgia and New Hampshire failed to submit a letter to the DNC by January 5th, proving they have buy-in from state leaders to change the dates of their primaries. New Hampshire was also required to show that state political leaders were working to expand early voting access. This is according to a memo that committee co-chairs sent out to members late last night. Officials recommended that those states be granted an extension to the deadline and add that the committee will meet soon to talk about the extensions. Iowa Democratic Party Chair Ross Wilburn says the missed deadline should put Iowa back in the running.
Our next step is to submit that delegate selection plan. We did not receive a waiver at this point, but we are continuing to inform them about what Iowa can bring to the table.
The plan for the new early voting window of South Carolina, Nevada, New Hampshire, Georgia, and Michigan still needs to be ratified by the DNC early this year. The Iowa Republican Party will remain first in the nation in their caucus. The 2023 Iowa legislative session begins in just a couple days now, and there's plenty of issues lawmakers will deal with this session. Both Republicans and Democrats talked a lot about property tax cuts, abortion legislation, and school choice vouchers. Senate Majority Leader Jack Whitver says Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds is leading the charge on the vouchers and has a bill in the works which is expected to be introduced next week. Meanwhile, House Minority Leader Jennifer Conforst says the school vouchers will impact rural parts of the state.
Really opened the eyes to a lot of parents, and parents started to get more involved in their kids' education, which is great. That's what we want, is parental involvement. But also, when that happens, they start to see things that maybe they don't like or they have concerns about, or maybe they say, you know what, this isn't fitting our family the best way possible. We want different options.
Has proposed that there are no income limits on school vouchers. That we haven't seen the proposal yet, but that's what we're hearing. Which means if there are no income limits on these school vouchers, which take money, public money, and put it into private schools, that means that, you know, a millionaire family from Des Moines can send their kid to private school on the taxpayer dime, while schools in rural Iowa are crumbling because the money has been taken away.
Reynolds said last year that she's not giving up on the bill. The measure failed last session due to a lack of support among Iowa House Republicans. And Iowa Senator Joni Ernst was in the Siouxland area yesterday and even stopped by the KCAU 9 studio. Ernst says lawmakers are currently working on the next farm bill, which should be reauthorized this year. Ernst said the bill is very important for Northwest Iowa. And the senator also took time to acknowledge military spending in relation to the war in Ukraine. Ernst says it's a balancing act to prioritize domestic and international issues.
Many worry about the security of our own nation, which I do too. We need to prioritize our southern border and make sure that we are allocating resources to the southern border to stop the flow of illegal migrants. We can also make sure that we are supporting the Ukrainians' effort to push back against Vladimir Putin.
U.S. senators are scheduled to return to Congress on January 20th. And tonight, someone could win one of the largest lottery jackpots. The Mega Millions lottery has climbed to $940 million, making it the fourth largest jackpot since the lottery began in 2002. The Mega Millions was last won back in mid-October, and the jackpot has been growing ever since. Whoever wins the $940 million can choose to receive the money in annual payments or a smaller lump sum. The cash option is $486 million, but any lottery winnings above $5,000 are automatically hit with a 24% tax as well as a 37% income tax. Well, it's now time to check in with meteorologist Ethan Foreman. Now, definitely a dip in temperature today, but it doesn't seem like that's going to last.
No, it's not. Sunday and Monday sure looking like those jackpots for sure, as we see lots of sunshine. But right now, chilly out there. We saw a high of about 22 degrees in Sioux City today, but areas to the north struggled to get out of the single digits, and that's because they still have all that snow on the ground. That led to some fog earlier today, but wind speeds are generally light for most of us, around 8 miles per hour in Bloomfield and 7 in Sioux City, but pretty much everybody else 5 miles or less. Wind chills right now sitting down to 6 below in the city of Yankton, 5 below in Vermilion and Canton, and 4 above in Sioux City. Will drop a bit further as we head into tonight, as we see low temperatures in the single digits above and even below zero in Spencer. But then for tomorrow, looking just absolutely superb, especially in those areas that don't have snow on the ground. We could exceed that freezing mark tomorrow for the first time in a few days. But I'll have more of your updates coming up tonight after the football games. Jason?
Thank you, Ethan. And that will do it for KCAU 9 News at 6. Make sure to join us after football for the latest news, weather, and sports.